French defense, Tarrasch, open, delayed exchange variation, 5.ngf3 nf66.bb5 plus bd77.bxd7 plus nbxd78.oob79.dxc5 nxc510.nb3. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. While preparing for d5, the French defense prevents the light-squared bishop in favor of a strong center and opportunities for counterattacks. The center is fully controlled by d4 and the dark-squared bishop is made available. The e4 pawn is threatened by the center counterattack on d5. And d2 develops the knight and defends the e4 pawn. The d4 pawn is struck by c5, kicking off center play. x5 opens up the center after black recaptures the d5 pawn. White plans to develop with ngf3 and bd3 or bb5 plus. x5 recaptures the pawn and controls the e4 and c4 squares. ngf3 develops the knight toward the center, defends the d4 pawn and controls the e5 square. nf6 develops the knight toward the center, controls the e4 square and supports the d5 pawn. bb5 plus develops the bishop, puts the king in check and prepares castling. bd7 develops the bishop and blocks the check. bxd7 plus captures the bishop and puts the black king in check. nbxd7 recaptures the bishop, develops the knight toward the center, and defends the pawn on c5. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. b7 develops black's last minor piece and prepares to castle kingside. dxc5 captures the pawn and isolates black's d5 pawn. nxc5 recaptures the pawn and controls the e4 square. nb3 controls d4 and challenges black's c5 knight. Game's master. It is the final book action. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. It is quite good. Castling develops a rook while moving the king to a safer position beyond the board's center. Castling to the same side of the board as your adversary helps you escape some of the attacking that comes with castling to the other side. It is quite good. A very strong play. It is excellent. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is best. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening.